Yo, Taylor should not be playing. She's playing with her son, but it's his bedtime. It's gonna be really hard for him to go to bed. Oh well. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Okay. No more dilly dallying, I suppose. Bum bum bum. I have all these awesome emotes. You guys should definitely follow the channel so you can use them. Okay. Do 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 do. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Chapter 9. Description. New. Okay. So we're on chapter 9, which is an Eli story. Yeah, sorry guys. My son be crying. It's bedtime, you know? Just gotta go to bed. He'll self-soothe. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What's going on in here? Why are you like this? Follow the Define River looking for the bears and find out that this find out what all this find more clues. Well, as you know, he's got to learn. He'll see. Yeah, it's supposed to be a time where like you're supposed to mellow out. Yeah. Can you turn that down actually? To like 2 or 1 or 2? 1 or 2. Sorry. Thank you.
Can you check on them soon?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? So much. Come on.
Yeah. Skull Kobe.
I was in there for very long.
It seemed like a while.
How long?
20 minutes?
Seemed like I was in there for very long. How long did you do what I need?
Mushroom. In mushroom.
Maybe I can't see you for water. No, I have more colors left.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it doesn't take too long.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Yeah. I know.
This upsets me. It makes me feel bad.
Well, you're not falling for it, so that's good.
Yeah, I would love to have someone in bed with me, but all he wants to do is play. He is just the happiest, sweetest boy in the world. And it makes me feel so bad that I'm in the bed. He gets so upset, you know?
Yeah. Talking about Kobe, keeping watch for mushroom meal last week. Kobe stayed because he heard that mushroom was being attacked. Okay. Kobe. Bear Clan slash son of. I forgot who's he's the son of. I think he's the son of a character. And then we need to add Bolton. Hawk with itch. A is equipped with a lightning Gaia stone. Let's see here. It's like the page of species. Let's go with the bot. and friendly and beneficial creatures bounce try to avoid people by flying. Okay. Comfortable. Which bat did I choose? Most common bat in Oregon. Brown bats. Are brown bats herbivores? No, brown bats are insectivores, meaning they eat insects. Okay. Got it. Not fruit bats. Nocturnal creatures by nature. They avoid conflict. But can be can be I had the word in my head and I lost it. Nocturnal, shy nocturnal creatures by nature. They avoid conflict but can be effective in a fight when they need to. Currently, they form massive colonies keep out of conflicts out of the realm's conflicts for the most part. They are when fighting in swarms. some fonts are being enslaved by some of the owl clans and are forced to make armor and other conduits for Gaia stones. Most species are capable of crafting/forging armor and weapons, but bots have long, nimble fingers. Good enough for now. My copy stayed because he had the mushroom was being attacked day and night. To help talk to them, Eli asked what was happening with the clans. Kobe explained that the owl clans are revolting, wanting to end their hunting restrictions, which is against the treaty. Now the elk are fighting over bear territory. Why do I have parentheses Bolton? That Bolton was Hawk. Used to not. Used to not want adjacent. Pippin. New Sage. I think Bolton was supposed to be an elk, not a hawk. So I don't know how the frick that happened. Pippin. New Sage of Mushroom. Name. Let's just do bad guys for now. So they fight Bolton / elk. Jesus Christ. Again? Again? No, Eli had already fought Bolton. It's weird. Fun. Let's do. Let's switch out.
Glaces.
Him. Glacefen, like glacier, like glacier. Rough up bringing smaller and weaker than average. But Drake showed him his true power and promises him a better life. Bold respects Drake and follows his orders. Became close friends who vibe off each other fairly well. Drake would not give killing Bolt a second thought if it meant reaching his goal. Okay. So he's got 3 main dudes on his crew. Bolton, Glacefin. I think I gotta change Charwin's name though. Give names that end in with an N. Because there's both. So O-N, Glacefin, I-N, on, in, N, no. Char. Char. It's perfect because, you know, char. They're charred. Names that end in N. One. That'd just be cheating because I already got Bolt or Glacefin. Charian. What's the other one? Glacefin. Glacian. Oh. Because I like Charwin's better than Glacefin. So I will change the name to Glacefin. Glacian. Glacian. There we go. We got Glacian, Bolton, and Charwin. Charwin. Fire breathing bear. Charwin seeks only power and how do you phrase it? Not status, but hierarchy. Only is rulership. Rulership seeks only rulership and the power to grasp it. He's a fairly shallow. Always been strong, but never strong enough to take power. No, I don't want to give him. I don't want to make his backstory too similar to Bolton's. 3. Should I call them the 3 wise men? I kind of like that. I'll still put that title for now. Three wise men. Vanished. Poison Dart, what's up? How's it going? Ooh, okay. Even. Was defeat trick promised him. Good, thanks for asking. Been writing as always. It's literally all I do. How are you? I'm pretty good. Making progress on my book. Working on character bios. ever since. Rename folder. 3 wise men. There we go. Youngest of the 3 wise men. Oops. That's cool. What are your characters, if you don't mind me asking? So I'm currently writing the character bios for the 3 wise men, which are these characters that are like, they're the main antagonists, 3 like main followers. There's an elk named Glacian with ice powers, a hawk named Bolton with lightning powers, and a bear with fire powers named Charwin. And they follow Drake Senador. Gonna have to work on pronouncing that name. And together they're called the 3 wise men, and they're just Drake's 3 main followers. And those are just some of the bad guys. So are they like actually animals or like animal-human hybrids? They're animals. They can talk, at least to other animals. Humans aren't really around, at least in the first book. They're slowly starting to make a return in the second book, and it's kind of upsetting the eco balance. Donwood, the Donwood family. Oh, excuse me. I might have to go back and make some more character bios. Fire. It's this first sign of. It's chapter 5 when they fight Bolton. They do. Seek Tiresi. I always forget how to spell this. It's the most ridiculous name ever. Tiresias and fight Bolton. And Chrissy joins the party. There. Hold on, I'm gonna just a second. OMG, I've been upsetting the balance in my book. To be fair, my guy literally unites the 11 most powerful demons all under one single person, which isn't great when it comes to balance. Also, the 3 wise men is such a good name for a group. Yeah, right? I wasn't sure because, like, when you try to use a name like 3 wise men, you kind of want to try to match it to the lore. You know, just to pay homage to the source material? Question mark. So like the 3 wise men, they follow a star, right? And Drake, his power, it comes from the moon. But I guess you could also link that to like a celestial power, because I call them, when you derive your powers from somewhere not from Earth, they're called celestial. It's called Celestial Magic. So it kind of works. It kind of works. I have a group called the Four Seasons. That's about as close as I'm gonna get to that. Four Seasons for like I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. It kind of gives you an idea of what their powers are like. Um, the Force. I like that. Mm. My story. So the first book, it was like a linear story that followed mostly one character with the occasional flashbacks or the occasional like swap of perspective, but I think almost every chapter that isn't a flashback is the main character is Eli and you follow Eli. Um, but in this book, I have two main characters that follow two separate paths and that are supposed to merge into one later. And then down here, I have this third path for these traveling group of characters. This is just here to help me keep track. But there are these amphibians, a frog and a toad, and they've just resurfaced, from their water world for the first time in centuries. So the idea is that these characters, they would intersect and bounce around the main character's timeline. So they just kind of show up once in a while. And I thought, oh, that could be like a fun little gag. These guys are going to be funny. They're any species that is anthropomorphized gets a special name. So we have the meese, the freggy, the togue, and the bots. And that's like essentially these are basically meese, frogs, toads, bats, and they are slightly anthropomorphized. If they're not anthropomorphized, then they keep their original names. So owls, elks, bears, wolves, cats, you know. So I never really thought about it until I realized I wanted more species that are like the meese. It's like, why don't all the other guys have special names? And then I came up with a good reason. They have only anthropomorphized critters. I've got so many names. Okay, I have a group called the 7 Days. And the 7 days, right? God created the world in 7 days. And I really like them. I have the Four Horsemen, the Four Seasons, 7 days. I have the Fallen and the Progenitors, the Sins, and the Virtues, Commandments, the Emotionless, the Senseless. We got so many group names in different groups and it sounds like there are a lot of different like characters and demons and stuff. Each with like probably their own history and lore. Subsets of subsets of subsets. Which, when you've been around for like eternity, yeah. Nice. Very cool. I've got so many group names in different groups. Very nice. Think I am ready to move on. Let's see. Okay. So I want to make sure that there's, a good string of fights. So the Emotionless is a group of people with emotion-based powers. And the most notable the main boss fear can manipulate fear and gain power from it. Nice. It's like any concept that becomes a reality in the human world, a demon manifests to match. That's what it seems like. I don't know how, like, I assume there's a human world. So Eli just, okay. So is this when the fights start happening? Bolton, and then Charwin. Flashback. Flashback. And this one. Yeah. There's Eli. Jason. Tristan. Chrissy. Reach. Mushroom. And Pippin. And Light. The 7 days and 4 seasons don't have a specific list tied to them. Okay, I like that. Fight. Glacian. Yeah, I gotta get Chrissy and Tristan more involved in this story. I really like this browser software thing. Helps with categorizing all my characters and stuff. I didn't really have something like this before. The commandments, the sins, and the virtues are also all mixed. I like that there are some groups that are sort of race-based, I guess, for a lack of a better term, and a few other groups that are mixed. I think I might, in like about 10 or 20 minutes, I might switch over to playing video games. I'd like to get more Pokemon. Okay. Think. Create a plot for Tristan and Chrissy. Theme. Chapter theme. My world has a lot of different races, but it's just hard to make the weaker, less versatile race sound good. They, and by extension you, will just have to get creative. Maybe some races have just pure raw power, and these lesser races are going to have to just be more creative, maybe. They use more magic, or they're more tricksy, you know, manipulative. Sure. How would they compete? Maybe they have created weapons or something, or that are, you know, that can help them combat it. That's interesting. Yeah, you're just gonna have to get creative, which means they have to get creative. I don't know, would explain it, but I don't know if you want me to. We can talk and hang out and stuff, but I am more focused on my own story right now. It's not long, but I know it can be confusing. Yeah. I just watched a video essay about Neon Genesis Evangelion, and it reminded me just how much that show is confusing and how little I still understand it to this day. Um, let's see. So I'm not looking to dive into another confusing lore right now, especially when I'm trying to come up with my own. I already have a pretty established lore now. Now I'm in my sequel. I'm just sort of adding on to it. Just added a bunch of new races and tons of new characters. It's gonna take a while. I've almost reached the end of my previous. I made an outline years and years ago, and I've almost reached the end of my outline. So I'm gonna have to start coming up with new material, just adding on to the old shit. 11. Where the frick is chapter? Chapter 10. Is it here? Yes, it is. My lore is the easy part. Well, at least the creation story is easy. The whole fight between the human monster factions and the infighting between the monsters is harder. Well, yeah, the origin stuff isn't usually too bad. How are we doing, YouTube chat? You guys all right? Following along? Oh boy. Remember Hooded? To closer to Roshan and Stephanie acting as a guard. Stop them. She was shocked to see a human up close. Just notes again. Chloe probably be disguised as a niece. But I mean, the simplest way I can put it is the humans believe in human supremacy, and they believe that monsters go against their gods, so they kill them or enslave them. Now, does this take place in hell? These like human spirits in hell fighting up against the monsters and the demons, or are the monsters and demons in the? This is all this fighting taking place on the living world slash Earth. Seek knowledge from the sage of Rosha. Laura. I should probably. Yeah, it's all in the living world. Got it. Stephanie escorted them to Umbra, a scavenger from Bayleaf, and across the park. Take her next. Demons actually aren't a part of the war until the main character decides to bring them in and tip the scales. Ooh, I like that. That sounds cool. Description. The monsters struggle to fight back thanks to their inability to work together and their lower intelligence and lack of verticality. However, the humans have high intelligence. Working groups have the ability to be versatile. For sure. You know, I always like the idea of subverting tropes, because monsters are always these dumb, violent, blah blah blahs, right? Like orcs, you know, they're always depicted as super violent. But I like to think of it as just like it's just cultural, you know? You know, given the chance, maybe they don't have to be dumb, you know? Maybe they could be educated. Given the chance, maybe they don't have to be dumb murder machines. I know, like, World of Warcraft lore kind of depicts orcs as kind of dumb, violent monsters, but in later updates, they actually make all this lore that there's like all this infighting, and orcs are not as violent and dumb as they were originally depicted, you know, and I like that. So despite being physically stronger, monsters just don't have the right things to help them, right? Right. And you can still do that while subverting. So, like, from the outside, the humans just view them as these dumb, violent monsters who can't work together, right? But maybe they can, you know, the main character can develop a personal relationship and get to know and understand the ins and outs of their their culture and find out that it's actually way more complicated than it is from the outside. Like there are legitimate like political reasons why like they're not fighting, or why they can't work together, and they're actually very intelligent in certain ways. Like I could leave that up to you. No, in my world, monsters aren't dumb. They just haven't been taught, and they are under constant attack, so they can't develop. Right, exactly. Now, it could be really interesting. I mean, I'm sure, like, do the humans know that? Because if they did, it would create a lot of, like, ethical dilemmas. But during, like, this really fucked up period in time, they could, they could be just a really easy scapegoat. So you could do, like, most humans in human society view them essentially from a racist lens. Um, but then you can develop sympathy through the main character and through the main character to the reader. Um, then you kind of have this sort of Greek tragic irony, something the reader and the main character have come to understand about these monster species. But unfortunately, the rest of the world doesn't know and may never know. I think that could be a really interesting plot to tackle. Umbra and Chloe. Yes, and no humans' prejudice stop them from seeing past the lies they have been told by the people in charge. So the people in charge have have persisted this narrative essentially to make it easier to want to kill them. When you vilify the opposition, it's a lot easier to justify horrible things. And since no humans ever decide to talk to the monsters, they never gonna find out for themselves. Right. Right. I think I have an opportunity to link these. No, that's not to say all, just most people don't. Right. Right. Understandable. Could bring in Reggie and main character obviously does. Right. Eventually. I feel like watching part of his development could be watching him be just as racist in the beginning, and then through certain events and circumstances, he has grown to sympathize with the monsters, and then that way the character and the audience can kind of grow together. And Laz. Hey, babe. So I have these. No, I can't do that to my baby. You mean he's gonna be like not racist from the start? I think in a world like this, because everybody is so easily susceptible to this kind of like propaganda, especially if they're born into this sort of society. So I really like the idea of him being, just a second. I really like the idea of your main character being like forced to come to terms with this reality and watching him develop because of it. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. So I have these in my book. I have a new species, the frogs and the toads, right? They're like sort of British, and they sort of have like a quasi-British society. One of the toads I named Laszlo. and he's roughly based off Laszlo Cravensworth from What We Do in the Shadows. Yeah, and you know that actor who plays Laszlo?
Yeah.
His name is Matt Berry.
Yeah.
So the Laszlo in my book, his last name is Mattenberg. 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 So it's like Matt Berry, or is it? I think his name is Matt Berry. So and then I kind of squished them together to make like a new name. So he's Laszlo Mattenberg. And he's supposed to be an homage and somewhat inspired by Matt Berry and his character. Yeah. You like that? I like it. Well, he's from another world, and that's why he is not as prejudiced. Oh, isekai. You're doing an isekai. Okay. That way, the main character and the reader are all automatically on the same page. I get it. I mean, it's a good idea. I won't disagree. It's good character development. Yeah. So if it's a different world, because I was assuming this took place on our Earth. It's like an apocalyptic world. So I thought this was sort of roughly based off like Judeo Christian mythology, and Muslim and Jewish mythology. I thought it would be easier than info dumping. Well, there's always show don't tell, right? You can organically give the reader information through just having essentially a good introduction to your character and the life he lives within this world. And then from there you can just sort of slowly it's probably better than just throwing this guy into this world. No, it's a fantasy world, though. It takes a lot of inspiration from myths from all over. Right. Okay. I mean, that's totally works. That's totally fine. Yeah. It does sound like a really cool story. I really like it. But I personally like the idea of him growing up in this world, being familiar with it, and changing despite his upbringing and the misinformation and the propaganda. Because as you said, yeah, good character development. But bringing in like sort of a reader insert character is totally fine too. And I think you can do all kinds of interesting, cool stuff with that. What you could do is you could have a second character, supporting character, or a second main character who does fit that role. So typically what they do in movies and shows is that you have like the experienced character or the character who is familiar with this world. Then you have another character who's kind of like the audience insert character, who they're just less knowledgeable about the world or the certain parts of it. Like in The Boys, you have this group of people who kill superheroes, bad superheroes, but then you also have this sort of meek, weakling character who's just dipping his toes into this underbelly of heroes, bad heroes and stuff. And I don't know what happened. I heard the sound effect. Something happened. I mean, it's very possible to change, but no, I think you could do both. I think you could have him as your main character, and then you can have a supporting character who is more involved in this world, and you can watch that character sympathize with the monsters and stuff, and learn how all this is. I mean, it's been done a million times. You could do your own version of it, and I think that could be really cool, really interesting. I don't know why I got that sound effect. Somebody did something. It's not in my chat. Doesn't look like a new subscriber or follower. Side character is a good idea, definitely. Yeah, just a supporting character, you know. Yeah. Where did that freaking sound effect come from? Was it from Twitch or YouTube? Maybe it was YouTube. My YouTube sound effects, I don't think are working properly. I'm just gonna have to open up another window. No, is not what I wanted. Streams and docs. Setup. Widget. Edit widget. No, it's not what I wanted. Activity feed. Whoa. Okay, jeez, for crying out loud. Oh my god, I can't believe you're gonna make me do this. Are you kidding? No, close it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh god. Oh god. Leave me alone. No. Am I still streaming? I don't even know if I'm streaming now. God. No question is, do I make that person strong and part of the main crew or just a random side chick? Yes, you are. Okay. You could make this a romantic interest. Or it could be totally platonic. I don't think there's enough male female platonic relationships in stories. I have to fix my OBS. I can't even. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Can't believe they're making me do this. You're gonna make me. Hold on. Incorrect password. I think I recently changed my password. Oh my god. I can't believe this. Continue without logging in. Okay. Jesus Christ. Now you're not gonna let me pull chat up? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I've lost chat. Oh well, my main character is gay, so platonic all the way. Ah, see, I think that's. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but it's like a bit of a cop out. Because, like, yeah, you can easily have a male-female platonic relationship when one of them's gay. But straight, it's like they just always end up together. Or there's like another romantic. I want to see a story where you have one straight male, one straight female having a fucking regular ass platonic relationship. Yeah. No, you don't have to do that, obviously. Making gay all the way, baby. I mean, but this is a safe space. It's a safe space. Yeah. God damn it. I lost Twitch chat. Add. Now I'm trying to think of other than Feldway and Tsoi? Do I have any other straight people? I mean, you don't you don't have to have a quota. What I did was just essentially what I did in this story in particular is, I mean, they're all pan and or bi. Pan and bi are basically the same thing. The humans will be a little different. They're still gonna be gay and straight. There's just, yeah. I made him gay because I haven't seen a gay main character. You haven't seen a gay main character before? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them now. She-Ra. She-Ra's gay. Luz Noceda from the Owl House. She's bi. I think her girlfriend is bi. I think so, yeah. Who else is gay? There's like a million of them now. Well, okay, well, I'm drawing a blank now, so. I feel like there's a lot of gay women main characters lately. Not a lot of male gay characters and that are just gay and like the story isn't about the struggles of being a gay man. But like a hero who just happens to be gay. Gay male characters. Yeah. That's a good point. Hold on. God damn it, they exist. Strange World. The main characters aren't gay, but the main character's son is gay, and he's definitely a main character. Like, it's like him and his dad are like the main characters, I feel like. It definitely like becomes the son's story, and he's gay. Gay male protagonists. Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank, but I swear I haven't seen any. They exist. I fucking know it. Jesus Christ. Now you're gonna make me do the Google machine. Gay male protagonists. Kurt. Hold on, come on. I was expecting to see images. This isn't helping. Yeah, this isn't helping. I'm sorry, the starting scene when he said he liked him, the last screen they got together. Also, the story can't just be a gay romance. The story needs another. Exactly. Right. Like, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, a gay story, or not a protagonist who happens to be gay, and it doesn't revolve around, like, the fact that he's gay, not like loves Simon. Sure, that's like a gay male protagonist, and some would argue not great, and that's not even great representation, but his story is about him being gay and finding a boyfriend. I know they exist. Brokeback Mountain, but that's about being gay. Arrows of Queen. Fuck. Yeah, women have kind of hogged the spotlight, with like shows like She-Ra and The Owl House. Movies. Close showers, boys. Summer. Call its own country looking. Movies with major queer characters or sexuality has no bearing on the conflict. Okay. Can you ever forgive me the central game of joy? Can you ever forgive me? No, it sounds cool. It's a phase, not a movie. The Wire. 6 feet under. Oh, my mom used to watch that show. One of the main characters is gay, and the show isn't really about him being gay. Schitt's Creek. Monster Freeway. Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, I feel like nothing really sticks out. Starting to say I like him. Also, sorry, I told you they don't exist, I swear. Yeah, there's nothing like super mainstream. You're right. There's not like a super mainstream gay male protagonist. There's a lot of gay dads. I feel like men have been relegated to just being gay dads now. We'll get something eventually. I had this idea for a story that took place in like Victorian era. And there's like demons. They're called demons, and not really demons. And he's gay, but it doesn't even really come up until way later. And it might be like a sort of subplot that, because like in that time period being gay wasn't very good, but the story is not about him being gay, or like, you know what I mean? It might become it is an issue in that time period, but that's not what the book's about. And then the gay people in shows are always the stereotypical types. So, in my first novel, there's a few like blossoming gay relationships, and then there are just some gay relationships. But again, because everybody in the world of like the Mies and their culture, they're all bi and pan. So like it just never comes into question. Ever. And one of the main characters, the strongest, most masculine character in the whole story, is married to another man. And he's not like flaming, they're not flaming gay or whatever, stereotypical gay. You wouldn't guess he was gay or was in a relationship at all. Like the most surprising fact to all the other characters is the fact that he's in a committed, loving marriage. When they met him, they didn't really think of him as like that type of person. It wasn't the fact that he was married to a guy wasn't surprising. It was the fact that he was married in general, because he kind of just seems like this toxic asshole at first who's just obsessed with strength. And by no means is like stereotypically gay in the slightest. And I thought that was like kind of a cool subversion on my part. Because when you get to that point, you're like, the reader will be like, oh my god, he's married to a man. And then the characters in the book don't give a shit, because why would they? You would know that. Oh, she wasn't listening. She's playing Pokemon.
What about gay people?
What about gay people? You're funny, babe.
They talk about gay all the time. Makes me start to think that you're gay.
That's funny that you think that. So gay.
You're gay-mo.
Guillermo. I'm gay.
You're gay-mo.
I'm Guillermo.
Gay-mo.
Yeesh. Nobody on YouTube. Yikes. Dude, why can't... I'm just getting my ass blown out here.
You see your ass blown out here?
Yeah. I lost my Twitch chat. So now I have to like minimize. I might as well minimize this window and just open up a Twitch window and a YouTube window, and so I can see both chats. You're gonna do me dirty like this? Seriously? I can't fucking believe this. This is ridiculous. Okay. So I'm just gonna have this here and that there, and now I can see both chat windows. I still feel like this is getting, yeah, I knew it. I knew it was getting covered up. Jeez Louise, Papa McCheese. Where is chat? Crying out loud. Okay. Yeah, I wanted him to be gay because I wanted to relate to it, and also because I've never seen it before where there's a strong gay male lead. Now, in like mainstream pop culture movies and shows, that might be like a problem, but I'm sure that there are like a million books out there. They're all so it's, yeah, you're right. It's not like super mainstream yet, but they definitely exist. There are web comics, I know for a fact, have like gay male characters. Manga. And I know there's tons of books with gay male leads. Probably these are books about everything, I swear. About everything, I swear. Yeah. There's just not super mainstream. You know, like She-Ra got pretty big, and the Owl House got pretty big, and there isn't like, yeah, notable gay lesbian characters in fucking Marvel or DC right now, and I'm sure there's more representation all the time, and it will happen. It will happen. It's kind of a weird time right now. There's a lot of, rainbow capitalism's a thing. There's a ton of representation, but not like the best representation, or not always good representation, and it's just gonna take some time. Eli, my main character in my book, he kind of has a crush on like a non-binary character, but he ends up with a woman and has children with her. One of my other main characters, she ends up with a girl. Pete ends up with a girl. So yeah, Stephanie ends up with a girl. Pete ends up with a girl. Eli ends up with a girl. Chris ends up with a man. And then the other main character is the one who Eli ends up with. I really like the yeah, but we have started going back a little since Roe v. Wade. Oh, you mean societally? Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, exactly. It's a weird time because now it's starting to get kind of scary to do representation again. Because there's just so, like, all the anti-woke shit, all those anti-woke people just throwing huge baby fits. And some companies are like starting to pull back and are scared to do it, which is sad. All right. I think I've made some decent progress tonight. And I like, talking about this kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to switch over to Pokemon and play Pokemon for a few minutes. And then I'm going to go to bed. But we can keep talking. I wish YouTube made it easier to like change up the stream in a way that doesn't require me to basically shut down the whole fucking stream. Stream What is... See that? No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Why would I ever do that? Reuse settings. And then we go public. And then hopefully it'll let me just go over the old one, go live, and then hopefully that is a seamless transition. I need to play a few more. Oh, I've only played planned 4 relationships, which isn't great. Need to plan a few more. Yeah. I kind of, for me, relationships, I don't really plan relationships too much. I kind of let them develop naturally as I'm writing them. Like, I was writing this book about this girl who has the power to travel to different dimensions and stuff. And she has this friend who's a girl. And I never intended on, like, I planned a male love interest. But I knew at some point I wanted this to not work out, for a lack of a better term. Like, but then her best friend, I just sort of accidentally wrote this chemistry between them, and I could almost feel like the supporting character was getting feelings for her, and I wrote it into the story, and it kind of turned into this huge turning point for the main character to find out that she's gay, because she comes from a religious background. So it was like a big, it was like, maybe 2/3 way through the book, and yeah, maybe 3/4, and it was a huge change for her, and it kind of becomes a big deal. I don't know if I'll ever get around to finishing that story. It was never meant to be as long as it ended up. It ended up being longer than my first book, and I was only halfway done. So eventually I'll finish editing that one, release it for free. I kind of wanted it to be free for people. And then from there, I don't know if I'll ever publish it. I gotta have both parts out before I publish it, because I found a decent end point. I found a decent end point for part 1, but it's not, the story just isn't over. It's not over yet. Failed way, I did, and I planned the game because Albus and Ragnar, they got together, and their story is super long and important, set in a time during the main conflict between species, I assume is what you meant. All right, I'm starting to get real tired, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Pokemon for a few minutes. Hopefully I'll get a freaking shiny. Oh, I gotta change my settings on Twitch. Jesus. Shiny give away. Complete Kanto shiny Dex 104 out of 151. I'm gonna switch to Pokemon Scarlet. The outbreak dispersed, unfortunately. Bummer, dude. Bummer. Wah wah. Lame. Riolu. And then I've planned Silas and Ellis to get together because like the way they look together, thought they also had a cool dynamic. Nothing wrong with that. They're an older couple, I love them. Albus is my sweet baby child and I could never do anything to hurt him. Right. I've thought of this character in my book and I realized like a couple days ago that like I think I'm going to have to kill him. I want there to be real stakes. And I really, really don't want to kill him, but I think I have to. I think I have to kill him. And it's going to be really painful and it's going to suck. But god damn it, I think I have to do it and it's going to I'm not looking forward to it. I need these. I only have the second form. Dumb little bird. Oh, Larvatar. Nice. Alright, we'll stick with Gen 1. Tentacruel. I don't. Oh, I doubt. Yes, I do have the first one. I could never do that to baby Albus. He's been through enough. Yeah. Yeah, the one I'm considering killing off is young, and it makes it. I hate that this thought popped into my head, but I think I'm gonna have to kill him. There's these two characters, and they develop this friendship. They're both coming from like sort of equal standing. One of them has to die. And I think it would be sadder if the boy died. He's been abused, sold, enslaved, needs a break, can't do anything more than him. Yeah, I mean, once you start writing the story, you might feel different. Whoa. Why are there so many Slowpoke? Oh my god. Slowpoke. Like, this is ungodly amount of Slowpoke. This isn't even an outbreak, and there's like 15 of these little fuckers here. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's murder these Tentacruel. And get shiny Tentacruel. Oh, okay. Oh. They're up against the wall, which should make this a little easier. It's a bunch of dumb little bastards over there. You're funny, babe.
Are you laughing?
Yes, a little.
You hear that frog?
I did.
Hey, left fucking frog. I should get rid of it. What is that for fucking trailer? Stupid. Freaking, what you call it? The magic card.
What?
The trainers and their magic card.
Yeah, I hate it when you find the guy with 5 magic cards. Plus, his husband is a commandment, so I don't think anyone could even get to him. Plus, he's the fairy king and the guardian of spirits now, so killing him would be hard. Kill him. You gotta kill him. His story means nothing and has no stakes unless you kill him. I'm just kidding, but you don't have to kill him. Fight. Are you gonna make me heal you? God. I'm gonna have to switch to a water Pokemon, aren't I? Actually, I can't. I can't, because I still need Flame Body. I need Flame Body. Egg hatch. I'm gonna have to count all my Kanto Pokemon again. Oh, can't you be shiny? Why? I don't know. Jeez, okay. I'm getting muddled up with a lot of different Pokemons. No, you guys aren't even part of the outbreak. I mean, his husband is like an elf, pacifism, so can attack anyone while he is around, or else they will fall to the power of the commandment. Right. All the more reason you have become. I'm just kidding. More so, I just don't know how you would. That's how. So like when you want to introduce the big bad, or someone who's really powerful, that's how you do it. You show them how powerful they are by killing this person who's seemingly unkillable. That's just one way you could. That's just a method you could use to show how powerful somebody is. Albus is an emperor level threat, and his husband, albeit weaker than him, ability. Yeah. So like, in X-Men First Class, there's this character who's supposed to adapt to everything, right? And so it's supposed to be impossible to kill him. But to show how powerful the big bad is, he kills the unkillable guy, which is really stupid. Because he's supposed to be unkillable. And it's just like a waste of a character, honestly. But, you know, that's just a sort of plot device. I don't know if plot device is the right word for it, but a plot device that you can use to show how powerful your evil guy is. Darwin, no, my baby Darwin, he was so sweet. Yeah, they kind of they just kind of, yeah, fucked that character. In the comic books, he's like literally unkillable. Now, I feel like you could have, like, he could have turned into particles or something, you know? Like, I guess Marvel could bring him back if they want. They could retcon it, whatever, I don't care. But, you know, it was stupid. Waste of a character. Oh, I'm getting tired. Kill the angel girl instead. Angel girl. Angel. I'm aware of the angel guy, but angel girl? Angel girl. Alright, all she had were wings. She wasn't useful. I don't even remember her. I know there was a guy with wings. I don't even know of a girl with wings. How far are you in your game, babe? Nice. Your starter was Torchic, right? Do you got any other Pokemon on your team that you plan on carrying to the end?
Sure, yeah. There's still a lot of good ones out there.
True.
Right now I got I got Beautifly, I got Bushin, and Luciano.
Luciano. Okay. Yeah.
This Luciana that I found though at the beginning of the game got placed into.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I know. It's because you know this one has rare turns, you know. Some type of a lot of rare moves.
That's cool. Yeah. Wow.
You know that mechanic now in there?
No. I don't know if it's a mechanic. I just thought some.
That where you find Pokemon where they're in the grass.
Oh, you can find Pokemon with like special moves. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I just didn't know you can find Pokemon with special moves using it. Exactly, she didn't do anything. You don't even know who she is. Yeah. Yeah, first class, I don't think was considered to be very good. Which is funny, because they introduced some good characters. Like, I think it's Days of Future Past. Apocalypse sucked, but Days of Future Past was like one of the best X-Men movies, and it was just all downhill from there. Like Apocalypse was lame, and the Phoenix one was lame. They can't ever do the Phoenix right.
I tried naming one of my Pokemon, man. Quit. They went lacking. So they know what I did?
Hmm.
They clicked or.
Nice. Babe, you're so funny.
I am.
You're so unbelievably funny. Ooh, I'm almost out of eggs. Eggs, I'm almost out of eggs. Why does it feel like you hate your girlfriend secretly? I just like giving her a hard time.
What I was?
Oh, this chatter was asking. This chatter asked, "Why does it sound like you hate your girlfriend secretly?"
give me a hard time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's just kind of our dynamic. We tease each other a lot. She's not my girlfriend, she's my wife, the mother of my child. I love and care about her deeply. No, I don't. Maybe I don't always show it in the most obvious way, but
stuff can be unfair.
yeah.
Because we all know you like taking it.
Yep. I love you too.
That'd be crazy.
Damn you, Poplio. That's right. There's gonna be a Poplio event in Pokemon Go. Poplio. September 31st? Or is it August 31st? I think it's August 31st. They're gonna do a Poplio Community Day. And I'm gonna be all over that. I want that shiny Poplio. I wasn't trying to call you out. I was joking mostly. Yeah, it was a good joke. We're crying out loud. Where are the shiny Tentacruel? I think. Hey. Don't want to kill too many because then they'll just go away. We don't want that, do we? The shiny is very obvious. You make me anxious, I swear you're very hard to read. Oh, my bad. You're not the first person who's said something like that. Some people get the impression that I'm like always in a bad mood. I'm not. But I don't always emote. Oh. Fraggle frag. I don't want you. But you shouldn't be too anxious. There's a wall of separation between us, you know. It's not like we have to work together. What can I do behind my desk, my camera? I guess I could ban you, but I'm not gonna do that. You seem like a real cool chap. I had one guy. I talked to him for like 2 hours about like the immigration crisis in his country, and it just sounded so sussy for so long. It's like, are you? And he swears it wasn't about race. Lord knows, put me on blast. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. You're making all the same arguments that the race haters, you know, put out. He's like, I swear it's not. And then he went into this whole thing about how like you can have these problems by just being essentially a foreigner. And so what's it called? A xenophobe. So he was kind of just describing xenophobia a little bit. I'm like, I think you might be xenophobic. And he was just, I felt it took him a very long time to describe what he was talking about, and he insists it was because of a language barrier. And I felt like by the end I had a pretty firm grasp of what he thought and what his ideas were. And essentially his whole argument was because of this fear that, and I don't know if fear was the right word, but when groups of people come into a new country, there's division between them because of their cultures. And which is true, that does happen, and it's not exclusive to race or ethnicity. But he was essentially saying, but because of that, that distrust and fear that they should close the borders, and like he doesn't like immigration. I'm like, I think, well, the things you are describing are not exclusive to immigration. Immigration isn't the problem. Therefore, you shouldn't shut down immigration. To be honest, I'm definitely a little racist. The amount of times I make fun of my own culture is wild. Self-deprecate, you know, like making fun of your own culture that's not racist. I mean, it's not. I think if I kind of make fun of white people, I don't think that's racist. Black people have criticisms of other black people and their communities, and they're not racist for that. But if you like genuinely hate black people, or like you think they're too dumb to fucking change, then yeah, I would call you racist even if you were black, because that's some racist shit. I don't know very many people like that, but it's like Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't think he thinks that they're inherently stupid, but he's pretty racist for being a black guy. He's pretty racist towards black people. He just thinks that they're stupid, and that they've done it, you know, they've ruined their culture and have made themselves stupid. But Jesse Lee Peterson is batshit crazy, and you shouldn't listen to like anything he says. That guy's mind is broken. Broken. A dangerously stupid individual. I just do the semi-racist Asian jokes. Yeah, I don't think that's, like, if you're doing it against, like, your own race or ethnicity, I wouldn't call that racist on its own. Like, if you have a genuine disgust or hatred for your own race and it can, you know, shows in some other way, then, I mean, it's all contextual. Context. Context is everything. I haven't seen the am I crazy? Getting annoyed. Oh, the lack of shinies lately has been killing me. 2.5 hours is pretty good. I made a lot of progress on my book. Played a little bit of Pokemon. No shiny. But I did used to hate being Asian because people would make fun of me. Say I ate dogs. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's not fair. And that's not racist just because other people used racism to make you feel bad about yourself. That doesn't make you racist. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that. It's not fair at all. On Tentacruel. No. No, 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 no. Jeez. I feel like the shiny for this one will stick out like a sore thumb. I know that. I'm not gonna have to worry about that, which is nice. They're underwater, but it's really not so bad. You can clearly see their colors. Heavily offended my mother with my disliking, and now I think I would want to be anything else than what I am with my disliking, and now I don't think I would. Good for you. Love who you are, you know. Nothing wrong with you. Physically, I don't know. I don't know you as a person, but you're certainly not a bad person just for being a different race than me. We. Itch. I don't know, I guess I've just gotten more comfortable with myself, and now I'm unbothered about everything else. So I think everyone gets more comfortable with themselves over time. That's natural. Yeah, I think for most people that's natural. Some people, I mean, if you're like a shitty person, then I think people get more uncomfortable with themselves and they become more destructive. But yeah. When you're like a cool person, then yeah, it's easier. Start to know yourself better. At least if you allow yourself to know yourself better. Some people bottle themselves up. Don't let them allow themselves to explore who they are, ask, challenge what they believe and stuff. I know a few people like that. Alright, after I have to say, son of a bitch. How dare you, Poplio? You sick bastard. Oh, where are the shinies? Don't make me. Really don't want to have to, like, make a sandwich, you know? Alright. Oh my god. I don't want to give up. I really, really want just one shiny. You play Pokemon? Crying out loud. Why? I just want a shiny. Give me a shiny. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've got every game ever made by Pokemon, minus the first games they released because one of those massive game cartridges are wild and also they are too expensive. Pokemon is decent, though it's kind of gone downhill after this gen. I think a lot of people would argue it went downhill a long time ago. I could do a whole fucking rant about Pokemon, its ups and downs. I do think that each game improves greatly on a lot of things, and then they fuck up a lot of the new shit they add. And sometimes fuck up old shit. But there's so many just like quality of life changes. I don't know if that's really the right word. Like these are some of the most accessible Pokemon games ever made. And that's a good thing in my opinion. But then there's so much they fuck up. Like they kind of fucked up the open world. It doesn't look good. The frame rate drops too often. And like a bunch of other little things that just really, really annoy and pester the shit out of me. And that's not even talking about shiny hunting. I have a whole another list of gripes in regards to shiny hunting. Because it's definitely the easiest game to shiny hunt in, but it's also one of the most annoying. Like, Pokemon can spawn behind you. They don't make any noises or sound effects. They don't sparkle. Which just makes, like, puts a lot of unnecessary, like, walls. Difficulty walls in front of you. The lighting kind of fucks with sprites. Or, fucks with the models and makes it hard to tell if their shinies are any different. I can go on and on. God damn it, I gotta go to bed. When I'm shiny hunting, it's so hard to stop sometimes. Alright. No, I think the first 3 gens were great. Gen 4's my favorite despite not introducing a lot. Gen 5 was good Pokemon, but also a lot of bad ones. A lot of people consider 5 to be like the greatest Pokemon game. Because like it was kind of the peak of the 2D era of Pokemon. And there's some validity to that, I think. Also, the bad ones really 50-50. Gen 6 was good. Gen 7 was not great. Gen 8 got better. And we lost it again with 9. Yeah, I died. There was a lot of good. And a lot of really frustrating. Like, essentially having 18 badges... basically having 18 badges is super cool, and having them divided into like different ways, like you got your traditional 8 gyms and then 5 of these like team boss battles and then 5 other like super bosses was really, really, really cool. And each of those is divided into their own stories. The characters and conclusions are decent, but the story themselves, the build-up, is kind of mid. And then the final, like, and then like the characters from those stories, we all come together at the end of the game. And then the story, like the actual stories were pretty decent, especially compared to the last couple generations, which I couldn't give a shit about, story-wise. So they had that going for them, which is pretty cool. I really, really hope they keep that trend going in the next mainline games with like 8 gym leaders and just essentially having 18 gyms, 1 for each type. Pretty, please. I really need that. Because it's just, like, this game is packed with content. And it is addicting to play. The post-game stuff is good. The DLC was really good. There's a lot of good things about this game. On top of all the super duper frustrating stuff. All right, that's it. I'm done. I gotta go. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I will see you around. Peace.